Good morning, Robins and Rabbits. Welcome to your first writing session after half term. And you got Miss McGrachi here talking to you this morning. I hope you're all feeling okay on this Monday morning. We got Monday the 22nd of February today. I hope you're all feeling okay after your little week's break. I just want to say we're starting our new genre of writing this morning, but we wanted to just let you know that we were so impressed with your poem writing, and I know lots and lots of you did enjoy that. So big well done to that. So this morning we're starting our new genre of writing. Okay, and that's another non-fiction. Our instruction writing was non-fiction, and what we're starting today is non-fiction. And remember, non-fiction means information and facts. It's real facts and information rather than our fictional stories. Okay, that's the difference. So we're starting another non-fiction, and you'll do this up to when you come back to school. Okay, so in our first lesson, like we do at school, we're going to start with our cold write this morning. And remember, that's our first attempt to show your teacher what you can already do. Now, this genre of writing we won't have done before, okay, and it's persuasive writing. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that now. So, persuasive writing, and what our cold write is going to be is our learning objective is to write a persuasive letter. Now, if you're sitting there wondering what persuasive means, don't panic. Hopefully you'll find out a bit more about it today, and you'll also learn about it as we move through the unit. Okay, so persuasive, or to persuade, and I've got some extra words here to help you understand. So it's when you're trying to convince somebody. It's when you're trying to get them to do something, or it's when you're trying to influence them to do something. So you know something's really, really, really great and you want them to do it, or you want them to let you do it. Okay, so I'll give you an example. Recently, I've been really enjoying a series on Netflix, and I've been watching it so much, like I'm addicted to it. I love it. And I've been trying to get my friends and my family to get watching it. Okay, so I've told them all about it. I've said it's absolutely amazing. This happens, this happens. Didn't give them any spoilers, didn't tell them any things that was going to ruin it for them. But I made it sound really exciting and that they really should watch it. And you know what? It actually worked because some of them have started watching it, which is obviously great. So my persuasive language that I used and my persuasive way made them want to watch it. Okay. So today you're going to have a go at writing a persuasive letter. Okay, let's just go on to the next slide. And remember, it's the cold write, so we try and have a go at this on our own. But obviously, I know that you haven't done this type of writing before. We're going to give you some examples and things that you could talk about. Okay, but it would be really great, even if you're not sure and you are quite stuck, just have a go. And you know, as it's the cold write, really try hard on your capital letters and your full stops and your neat writing, because that will be what we would like to see as well. So you are going to have a go at writing a persuasive letter. Now, I've got an example of one this morning for you. Okay, and I'm trying to convince Miss Joyce to let us do something. Okay, so I've got the top of my letter here. I've put who it's to, and I've got their address. So Miss Joyce, Beech Grove Primary School, Wellington, and I've let them know who I'm writing to and where they are. So I'm going to read it to you now. Dear Miss Joyce, I hope you don't mind me writing to you about a possible trip for year 2-3 to Legoland. Everyone agrees that you are the kindest head teacher that this school has ever had, and that you do everything in your power to ensure that Beech Grove is an enjoyable place to learn. I am sure that you have noticed that year 2-3 have worked exceptionally hard this year and produced some astounding work, particularly in writing. However, they are all now tired and really need something to give them a boost until the end of term. A trip to Legoland would be the perfect solution. In addition, when we return to school, we would have so much to write about for our next topic, theme parks of England. I know that if you agree to this, I would feel as delighted as the winner of the lottery. A trip to Legoland would be the most sparkling, special and spectacular day of our whole life. To finish, would you love to give your pupils an extra reward for working so hard this term? Then please agree to our request. We would remember it forever. Thank you very much for reading my letter. Yours sincerely, Miss Garachi. Okay, so there's my letter of trying to persuade Miss Joyce to let us go to Legoland. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do that, obviously, at the moment. So, but that's an example of a letter, a persuasive letter. So let's have a look at this then. Your job is, so persuasion is to promote a particular view or product in order to influence what others think. Okay, so we're trying to influence them and convince them that what we think is brilliant and we want them to do it or to let us do it. So your letter is going to be about today. Why should Miss Joyce let us wear our own clothes to school? Ooh, can you think of some ideas of why you think that's a good idea? If you think, oh, when we come to school we could wear our own clothes, what ideas can you think of to talk about to let Miss Joyce know that that's a really good idea? I'll let you have a little think and then I'm going to go through some, okay? So first one that I've thought of is that, oh, actually, when children are in their own clothes, they might be a little bit more comfortable. Okay, they might be a bit more comfortable. So when you come to writing a letter in a minute, you might mention that you would be more comfortable and children would be more comfortable in their own clothes. Okay. You could also think about that children will be warmer in their own clothes because you would be able to wear jumpers and things like that to keep you warm. Your parents will not need to worry about washing the school uniform all the time because if you're wearing your own clothes, you would have lots of clothes, so you wouldn't have to wash them so much. It's another reason. Both children and parents will be happier. I know that like when you're in your own clothes, you just feel a little bit happier. It's not, you can move around a bit more, you can do a bit more, you feel a bit happier. Children will look cooler when you're in your own clothes. You can have your trainers, your trainers on and your lovely jumpers on. You look a bit cooler. You feel a bit better about yourself. And parents will also save money on uniform, so you won't be spending so much money on the uniform because you've already got the clothes. Okay, so here's some ideas that you could write about this morning. Now, obviously, you can pause. You can come back to this and pause it and use it for your cold write if you like. But we have also given you, on the next slide, the start of your letter. So you can use this, you can copy this and use this to help you start. So, dear Miss Joyce, children should always be allowed to wear their own clothes to school. So there's your opening sentence, and then you can think back to the ideas that you thought of. You might have thought of more, okay? But then you could carry on using those ideas. So children should always be allowed to wear their own clothes to school. I think this because children will be a lot more comfortable in their own clothes. That's one reason. You could say also, you could say something else. Also, they would okay. But your job is to have a go at that this morning. It doesn't have to be as long as the letter I showed you. That was just an example, okay? But we would like you to have a go, even if you just write a couple of sentences, but really make sure they've got their capital letters, full stops as well. Okay, so have fun with that, and we'll speak to you tomorrow. Okay, bye.